Hello and welcome to today's Facecast. Today we're in Luke's Gospel, chapter 18, verse 14. I tell you that this man, rather than the other man, went home justified before God. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. Okay, so Jesus is teaching his disciples and those around him how they should be living, what their attitude in life should be. And he uses the example of two people in their society, one who was respected and one who wasn't. The person who was respected was a Pharisee. A Pharisee was a religious leader, the keeper of the old Jewish laws. And in the parable that went before this verse, the Pharisee stood before God, prayed out loud, saying, Lord, you know how good I am. I try to keep the law. I try to do everything right. Have favour on me. The other man in the story, the tax collector, is somebody hated and reviled by the people because he's in league with the oppressors, the Roman authorities, in taking the money from the people in taxation and giving it to the Romans. I guess tax collectors always get a bad rap, but they're not liked too much today, do they? And so the tax collector, you might expect to be the worst one, turns around and says, Lord, I know I'm a sinner. I know I'm an awful person. Have mercy on me. And what Jesus is saying, which one of these stands in the best position before his Father in heaven? Is it the one who boasts about how good he is? Or is it the one who admits how wrong he is? And Jesus says it's the second man, the man who says sorry to God. The humble man is the man who stands in the correct position before God his Father. Yes, we should try and do good things, but we do it because God is so forgiving and so graceful towards us. We don't try and follow God and do good things in order to earn points that gets us into heaven or to show off to other people about how good we are. It's all a question of humility, and humility is at the centre of our Christian lives. We should never brag or boast about who we are or what we do. We should offer ourselves and our service to God and to our fellow man in the attitude of humble service, pleased by the fact that we can do something that benefits other people. That's what this passage and many of these parables are all about. They're all about having the right attitude before God. So these two men, the Pharisee and the tax collector, one who should know better but doesn't, one who seems to be doing wrong but has the right attitude. Jesus is always doing this. He's always turning tables on people and trying to show the other side of life. He must send people home having met with him with a real headache, trying to understand what he was saying. They may have gathered together in their market squares or in their taverns if they had them, and talked about these things that he said. We do much the same today when we go to church and we hear a sermon and we get together and we talk about it during the week and at other times. So the pattern remains of hearing what God says. There were two men who stood before him, one boasting about how good he was, one humble about how sinful he was. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. It's our lesson for today. Have a lovely day. See you soon.